Hello everybody, this is ManuS and welcome back to another Eternal news video here on my channel. We got the next mechanic of the new set, the Flame of Xulta, to catch up on, and while I'm recording this they already released the next mechanic reveal article, because this is from 3 days ago and I didn't get to it until today. So yeah, so we're gonna catch up on this first. Then also the promo from yesterday or 2 days ago in the next video, and then I'll get to today's mechanic reveal article ASAP as well. Probably tomorrow, not 100% sure. So yeah, let's dive right in, and you know the drill. Before we do so, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to not miss out on the rest of the content. Let's take a look. Alright, next mechanic we have here is called Muster. Here's the first example. Wanderlust Kirin. It's a 1/2 flyer for 2. Unit type Kirin, so it's a new kind of creature. Some kind of like, looks a bit like a Pegasus dragon bird kind of thing. We'll probably learn a bit more about it. Like the front legs, the hoofs look a bit like deer hoofs. The wings look kind of birdie-ish. The head looks kind of like bird dragonish, and then like the back looks kind of like a hybrid again. Anyway, let's not get caught up on the lore too much. So yeah, Muster, it gets +1/+1. So what is Muster? How does Muster work? Muster means if you play a spell and an attachment in the same turn, Muster triggers. You can only muster once each turn, but you can muster any amount you want, just once per turn. But you can, if you can afford it, you can muster every turn and trigger this again and again. You can even muster on the opposing turn if you somehow have a way of getting an attachment into play. The first thing that comes to mind is the 4-cost fast spell in time, I forgot the name, that draws you a card, gains you a life, and creates a power stone. So that basically triggers Muster on its own and does so on the opposing turn. So you can Muster on your turn and on their turn. It's a bit of a weird mechanic, honestly, because requiring a spell and an attachment is weird. It's also kind of an awkward requirement. It also means your deck will have to be quite full of these, and it seems like a mechanic that is more of a like incidental mechanic than a sort of dedicated or built around mechanic, because I don't think the payoff most likely will be good enough, and you won't be able to like reliably muster in most cases, would be my guess. So not that impressed by the mechanic, but I guess it's a nice bonus sort of thing. Here's another example, Green Stretch Empath. It's a 5-cost 3/5 and Muster, draw 2 cards. It's a pretty powerful Muster effect, but in turn you have to play a 5-cost 3/5, which in Constructed is very poor. In Limited, however, this seems really powerful. If you get to trigger this once in Limited, it's a powerhouse already. And it also makes it easier to trigger it again if you have a lot of spells and attachments in your deck. And last but not least, we have a legendary one that looks really powerful and is really nice and constructed. It's a 3-cost 4/4 in time, which is already as a mono faction unit. A very good deal overall. Sure, there are a couple units that outclass this, but not many, and most of them are not played a lot, so this is pretty solid. And then if you can muster, so if you play this in the right deck, he gets +3/+3 this turn, and your other units become invulnerable to damage. For example, what you can do is you play this on 3 on turn 4, you play a Permafrost attack, then see what your opponent does, and then you can play like an Ice Bolt or an Equivocate or something like that to muster mid-combat, the way I understand it. And then this is like a massive blowout. Suddenly your units aren't trading, just the opponent one's dying, your Nash grows to a 7/7, dealing a lot of damage or just killing something as well. And obviously this also works with the 4-cost time card that I mentioned, both on the opposing turn for defense or just out of nowhere mid-combat, because they're like, okay, we're pretty safe, you didn't play an attachment, you attack, then you just play this and blow them out. Although obviously in a deck that has Nash and wants to do these kind of things, that 4-cost fast spell doesn't seem that great, so it's a bit awkward, but we'll see how it plays out. All in all, The baseline 3 cost 4/4 make this a very solid unit without ever triggering once. So this is the kind of unit I think Master needs to be on. Units that are fine if you don't master the entire game and are great if you master. Not like the Kirin, which is kind of like really bad if you don't master once. If you master once, it's okay. And if you master 2 times, it starts to become good. And Nash is just very solid without ever mastering. And if you master once, that's already super powerful. And let alone if you master like a second time or something. So yeah, this is a pretty cool card. Looks good for constructed. Otherwise, kind of skeptical of the mechanic. Let me know in the comments what you think. It seems very incidental and kind of a bit forced. It also doesn't have that much mechanical things. It's just like do this and then something happens. It's not the most innovative and creative, inventive mechanic. If you ask me, it's a bit meh. But yeah, we'll see what the other cards have in store that have master and how it plays out in practice. So as usual, I'll put the article in the description below for anyone that wants to check it out and like read all the stuff. And yeah, if you enjoy the content, hit the like button, subscribe for more, turn on notification icon to not miss out on future content. And yeah, share it with your friends. Check the description for more info. And that's it again from me. Thanks for watching. I'm your host ManuS, and I'll see you next time.